Okay,
And
cool.
then yeah, you guys are co-hosts, so take it away.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's at least noon, so I guess that's afternoon, Pacific Standard Time. But hey, welcome to the call. I'm super excited about it. I believe we're talking about Dallas. I think that's what we're talking about today. And I am so excited. Because I got my ticket, and I know lots of you I see on here have your ticket. It's going to be amazing. But I want to introduce Jen Perga. For those of you who don't know who she is, oh my heck. So I just want to share, I've been aware of Jen since probably 2013. She was in a health and wellness company. I joined for a hot minute. I'm not a health and wellness person, so obviously I didn't do well with it. But I watched her and I admired her, and she's a super rock star, and she's authentic and she's genuine and she leads from the heart. And I resonated with that. And so because of that, I friended her back in 2013, and I've been following her ever since. So when I knew that she was the person who brought MWR to the States, I even though I didn't jump on for a while, I I knew that she was the real deal. And I knew that Jen would never be involved with anything that wasn't the real deal, because she is the real deal. So we are so blessed. We are so privileged. We are so honored to be working with her as our upline. And thank you, Jen, for bringing it to the States. Thank you for having a servant's heart that you lead with. So I'm going to turn it over to you, and you're going to give us your magic today.
Oh, Tracy Rogers, thank you so much. You guys are we seriously all blessed. I mean, I'm looking at some of the best in the whole profession. I mean, Tracy, you have been an icon in our profession. And I just want to say thank you for your leadership. Thank you for your yes. And we're all pioneering together. So I feel like we're co-creating this movement. It's not, yes, I was the second person to say yes here, but I feel so privileged that people like leaders like yourself are saying yes early on. That usually doesn't happen. And so today, I think let's have kind of a conversation as well, because I see Michelle and Debbie and Lisa, Karen, all of you guys who are professionals in the space, right? And so I want to talk together with what I see for Dallas. We have 25 days. You can put 25 days in the chat. Can you believe it? I cannot believe we have 25 days until we officially launch North America. And I was on a speaker's call yesterday, so I'm going to really kind of talk about the journey, where we're headed, and then also I want you guys to be able to ask questions. I will talk about the invitation because that was the point of today, was really in this time, if I can transfer my certainty to y'all in why I feel so certain that this is the vehicle. A lot of you guys that haven't been to a life experience yet, you haven't met the owners yet, you haven't gone on one of the things, maybe put a two in the chat if you've at least booked like a hotel or an experience, or you've saved money on the, or maybe gotten paid a paycheck or something with the company yet. Because usually once you say, okay, fantastic, I love it. Okay, Robin, I see you, Carrie, all right, let's see, Cami, you guys, and I'm like almost 50 years old, so half my eyesight doesn't work half the time. So I'm always like, what side is it? What I want you to understand is I have a certainty because I flew all the way to Spain when I evaluated this company and where we are headed, what we have our hands on. I know that we are days away from having villas on the platform, and I believe that travel isn't going anywhere. It is transformational. So I look at the fact that what we are inviting people to, if you've been in health and wellness before, drop a three in the chat. If you have been in like wellness or a service project, okay. So sometimes when you're coming from a service or health and wellness, when you're all of a sudden sharing travel and the digital space, it can feel a little bit wonky on like how to do the invitation. I feel so certain in where we are headed in the posture that I have, because I know that there's nothing like us out in the space. Like the fact that you can make 85% commission, this is the end game to people's, what they want to do. You see Joan and Megan today are in, on a trip, and it's amazing, but doesn't that inspire you to want to go where they're at? Like when I see where they are on the beach, and Megan, she looks so carefree and happy. I'm like, girl, you need to be on vacation all the time and have those trips where people are getting a chance to like be with the people they love. And that is our movement. The movement here is really truly, it's bigger than just having 85% digital income. It is about helping people have memories and moments that they wouldn't get anywhere else. And so I believe we're sitting in a vehicle where we're 25 days from launch. It's not going to change a whole lot, except for what's going to change is that in these 25 days, the company is gearing up so that they will roll out for you guys life experiences in North America that you all want to go on, right? When I was here 7 months ago and said yes, there was not one life experience on the platform, like literally not one at all. And I was like, okay, we're gonna launch North America. We gotta have places other than Europe to go. Now, so and then when I see where we're headed, villas on the platform, I think there's a lot of families that will want to have bigger rooms, bigger spaces. Are you guys excited about the villas? Or yeah, okay, yes, I see that. I know, right? I think it's just going to give families a different experience to have access to timeshares that are also going to be on the platform any day. You guys, I'm interviewing Ilian right after this as well, so I'm going to press him on when is that coming so we get more details. Like I always think it's important to figure out all of that as well. But here's the invitation that I'm doing right now. And I feel this urgency because have you ever not been invited to something? I don't know. Sometimes it can take you back to childhood of like, they didn't invite me to the birthday or the whatever it is. That is how people right now, when they didn't get an invitation from you to be a part of this travel club, that's how people will feel. If they see you in Dallas and they didn't get an invitation from you and they're like, wait a minute, I would want to do anything Michelle does. She's so fun, And so if they have not received an invitation from you to take a look at this company, I want you to put yourself almost back in that pain point of when you didn't get invited to something and you wish you would have. Because we look at this sometimes in network marketing. If anyone's been around the industry at all, you can look at it like, no one wants to know. They don't want to hear. They think I'm bothering them, whatever. But I look at the fact that like we're giving people travel. We're giving people life experiences. We're giving people 85% commission on the front end and 60% residual on the back end. More time with families. And that where if you look at it that way, you won't feel bad about the invitation. Because why would we not invite? When I look at why we wouldn't invite, it's because we think it's about us. We're nervous if they're going to say no. We think they're going to think it's another thing. They're going to do whatever. But what the opposite is, if Tracy had not said yes and now be so grateful that she said yes, like you look at the life change and that person feels internally grateful. If Heather had not said Jen and followed back up with me for the second time, I would not be here today on this training call telling you guys about the #1 travel company from Europe coming to North America to launch. I wouldn't be on this call. And so I'm so grateful that when I told her, no way, no thank you, I'm never doing that again, that somehow she decided to follow back up one more time with me, which then made me get on a plane and get to Spain. And you guys, and a lot of you coming to Dallas, you may be like, I don't know, is it really the place for me? And when you get in that room, you're going to not only see your US leaders, the people from Europe are coming as well. This is going to be a spectacular event. It's not going to be, it's being put on. Yoni and is bringing his whole family. In Spain, when I came, they came down from the ceiling and were like, talked all about what was coming and all that. It's going to be a show for all of us in Dallas, where the marketing pieces you're going to get alone when you're there. We're going to do some content, B-roll. Anyone want to get better at social media? Okay. So we're going to have you guys partnered up even for the weekend so that you will start having a B-roll buddy. So you won't feel as awkward when you're filming, hey, Cami, I want you to walk down the hallway or come to the luggage rack and I want you to put on the bathrobe in the hotel room. Everybody meet me downstairs. And you guys are like, I would never go out in a bathrobe down to the hall, whatever. But yet, okay, I love it, Tracy. You would? Get it? I mean, so here's the thing. You guys, everyone can all meet in one room and have your bathrobes on and take a fun photo. Wouldn't you imagine other people looking in on that going like, how come I didn't get the invite? I want to be there with them. Like, how many women don't have women friends that are ambitious, that want to do things in life and that aren't getting to do it, that they would love to be invited to be like, hey, come to our room. Everyone bring your bathrobe. We're going to take some fun photos. Bring your energy drink, your water, what a tea, cocktail, whatever. And so I'm just saying, those are the moments that we're creating together that you can't get if you don't get there, right? And marketing alone, if we add that piece to your brand, there's a gentleman, James Penn, he's coming and he's doing a whole session on branding so that you guys will have the confidence when you walk away with your personal brand aligned with MWR and Travel Advantage, right? We want you to not just be great at inviting to MWR Life, we want you to be really great at being a full marketer so that you feel incredible about what you're bringing to the marketplace. So my intention for today is to just give you short bits of like what I'm saying in my messages right now, because I think that's the most helpful to make it real. So if I were calling, if I were messaging Joan, I'd be like, listen, I'm launching the #1 travel company from Europe. It's coming over to North America. I have 25 days. I don't want you to miss out. When can I at least talk to you? Or hey, I have something important I want to share with you. When can we jump on a phone call? Now, some people get nervous about phone calls. Are any of you guys, okay, I see Debbie, you're okay. If any of you guys get nervous about the phone call, use a video. If somebody sees you video and be like, hey, listen, I'm launching something, the #1 travel company from Europe. I'm bringing it to North America, and we're doing that in 25 days. I have to at least share with you it, to see if you like the concept. Now you're just getting in there, but you're giving them urgency. And like in 25 days, we're launching. You could miss out on timing and positioning if I don't get you in front of this information. That's the tone that I have, because I think about the people in my team that if I had not placed them at the top, like I've already built them double diamond volume on one side, right? So imagine whoever says yes to you now, everything you do for the next 6 months, year, and beyond is getting built on either your left team or your right team. Timing and positioning matters, even if today is your day 2. If you're brand new here, you picked the best time to get positioned, because there's going to be 2,500 people at this event. And in us bringing that many people, that's that many excited people that are going to come back and share about MWR Life Travel Advantage. And you guys are here first. So I want you to really take that. When people say, well, is the timing really going to be different? Well, here's the difference, is that we're going to take an army of people that are going to turn up the noise on how excited they are. Right now, maybe it's quieter, but by then they're going to hear about it. I just got a message from somebody who I probably should have called when I started today. She's like, hey, are you talking about that travel thing? And I was like, dang it, I didn't call her. Somebody else called her. Somebody else, your people are on somebody else's list if you don't call them first. And so I just want you to understand, the fact Tracy said yes to Joan, she was on 5 other people called Tracy. You know what I mean? But Joan was urgent with her and continued the conversation. So just if you could get into a state of service and like almost that reminder of when you didn't get invited to something once upon a time, that now is that shot where other people feel like, and then it kind of gives you that peace of mind. Like, imagine inviting people to Hawaii and not everyone, you're going to elope in Hawaii and like maybe there's just 5 people you think will show up. But what if you invite 30 and they all are willing to pay their way and come, but you at least gave them the chance to show up for you, right? So imagine you're giving people a chance. You're not emotionally tied because you were like, as long as I have my 5 people with me in Hawaii, that's who I want there. But if 30 people want to come and be part of the day, then by all means they can come. That's what we're talking about. If you extend the invitation, it's more just like about having that mindset of abundance and knowing, even if they don't reply, even if they don't answer you, guess what's going to happen? They're going to watch. How many times have you been invited to something that you're like, all right, those peptide people, I'm just going to watch. You know what I mean? Like, because you're like, okay, what are they doing over there? I don't want to get diverted at all, but I do think it's interesting that all of a sudden people are, whatever. So it's like, if you can, keep your mind laser focused for this and knowing travel's not a trend. What is everyone doing? They're looking at, how do I get out of the snow right now? How do I get to go to spring break? How do I get to go somewhere in the summertime? People are already thinking about that. How many of you guys had people start talking about spring break or start talking about summertime already? That is our business. and you're giving people a chance to be able to save when they do it. It's just a matter of getting louder and having your own certainty and confidence in what it is that we're doing. So I hope those two people are those two invitations were the main ones. I really wanted to just give you that urgency and posture today of if you don't feel comfortable doing it live, don't do live. Do a written form. Some of you guys are better writers than you are on camera for now. Write, but put a picture of yourselves. Smile. Take a picture and be like, I was just on this call. We're talking about like 25 days left until we officially launch in North America. I don't want to leave you out. This is my invitation. You know, if you, and then go through the people, your last 30 days of likes and comments on your posts and bump those. Any one of those posts that you have done in the last 30 days that you already have on your social media that you could comment at the bottom and just be like 25 days and it will bump up the post. Go back and put 25 days on the other post and then go look and see who on there did you forget to respond to? Who on there were like, oh yeah, they did want information, or oh my gosh. And then just say, hey, Susie, I know it's been busy. Life's busy for everyone. Hey, Susie, I know it's been busy. We have 25 days until we officially launch. I want to make sure that you, if you know, did you have more questions that I could answer going into that before I place more leaders? Because every week, you guys, we are placing more people in the team. You are not out of integrity to say that. Every week, even if you're not placing them right now, but somebody else is placing, we as a team are placing new leaders every single week in this organization. So it's a matter of holding the posture and saying, we are going to be placing in the next week. I wanted to make sure to get your questions answered if you had any before you lost out on making a decision before we launch. So, those were the main things I wanted to do. And then I wanted to open it up because I think sometimes it's easier to train by like, I'm talking to this person, they're not saying anything. And if you guys have time to, you know, ask questions, and that way then you can say, okay, I'm talking to this type of person. Somebody else is probably talking to that type of person too. So I'd love to bring a couple of you up or answer questions on how to helpfully convert. Let's, if we can. So raise your hand or pop off mute, and then I'm going to bring you forward if you can. Or Tracy, anything you want to add to what I said? I know you're co-host. Go ahead.
You guys, don't be shy. You have Jen right here. So she's the person to ask. So we got her. Don't be afraid. She won't bite. If you're too afraid to take your mic off, just put it in the chat. She can answer it.
Okay. Yeah. Let me check over here too. Okay, Robin said, so true. I talked to somebody who's already heard about it from 3 other people. So, Robin, what I would do in that, if it's your actual friend, because this is how Tracy already had the same thing happen to her, but she's closer to Joan, right? So, like, in her mind, that was why she made that decision. So, like, in those cases, if somebody's already heard about it from 3 other people, they've already been exposed. It's a matter of saying, hey, listen, what's making you not respond yet? Like, you know, why haven't you said yes yet? This is the best option. You know, like those are the things I would say if somebody hasn't answered. Hey, why have you said yes or no yet? What are you know, that way then.
Jen, I have a question.
Yes, go ahead, Robin.
Oh, it's
Yeah, to jump on that,
Wait,
it
who
all
is
goes
it?
back to the follow-up. I'm sorry I can't be on camera right now, but
Oh, that's okay.
it goes to the follow-up in that, you know, they weren't keeping in touch. And I think some of it with the comp plan is a little confusing. I'm still relatively new and I'm still a little confused, and that's okay. But repetition's good. And to your point, it's who has the closer relationship. Because I was introduced to this 6 months ago by someone else, but I connected better with Joan, so I came with Joan. And it was also my second time hearing it.
It's the truth. It's so the truth. Okay, it really is because whoever has a stronger relationship and the strongest posture in what we're doing is going to be the person who ends up having you in their team. And so it's a matter of not thinking that people don't want to do this. It really truly is. Okay, so what was your question about the comp plan? Because I want to answer that for you.
Oh no, it's okay. I'm just still like figuring out like on the residual. You mentioned 60% on the residual, and I didn't quite understand that.
So what happens when we get to specific ranks? So at
Yeah,
silver,
okay.
people are already starting to make $4 a day. When you keep building a team, what happens is all of those 85% bonuses on the front end, Robin, are getting paid. You know what? Let me just show you guys a visual. Would that help? Let me show you. Okay, anytime you want more mwrlife.online, I go right here. So anytime somebody asks me a question about the comp plan, I'm just going to go here and show this to you guys. I go right here to mwrlife.online and I share, this is the actual corporate compensation plan. So when somebody says, okay, talk to me about where the money is in the plan. So I want to show you guys, because I didn't get this part either. We have a guaranteed residual. And I'm going to lean really forward. And I'm going to tell y'all, I've never seen it in 14 years. And you guys, I hope by now you'll know, like, I'm not trying to blow smoke up you. I'm trying to tell you, I have never seen a guaranteed residual once you build a team, where when you build a team, like I'm at double diamond right now with the residual piece alone. So this is just this portion. We get paid 9 different ways. Now, in the beginning, the reason why a lot of you don't think the residual is that fantastic is because right now at silver, you may not be like, whoa, $4 a day, but it's guaranteed to you. So it covers your membership, okay? When you keep getting up here, titanium, 30 people on your left team, 30 people on your right team, you guys are in pre-launch, which means you're here before anyone else. If you just consistently share this invitation over the next, obviously till we launch, but then for the next 6 months, you're going to build a team. It's just inevitable. You're going to have people that share with people this information because you're so new in sharing it. That's a guaranteed $750 a month. Just one of the ways that we get paid. So right here, this was the part that got me into massive action when I got home from Spain. I looked at diamond and I didn't know that we'd go this fast. We hit diamond in 90 days as a group because I saw that on one half of the team, if I had 1,250 members and 1,250 elite members, not elite turbo, but elite members on the right team, I was guaranteed, whether I worked or not, whether I willed this to my kids or not, I was guaranteed $22,500 a month. And what it really is about $40,000, 35 around with the bonuses and everything else if your team is if we're all recruiting together. But this is the piece that, like, every week, whether I work or don't work, if I got sick or whatever, I would still make $30,000 a month. I have not seen it where a leader can take their hand off a business and get that type of residual income in our profession. It just, I don't know, maybe you guys have seen it somewhere, but especially with that low of a number of team members. Usually you can get around that, but you have to have 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 team members to be able to get that level of income. That's the residual piece. So even at Jade, if somebody got 49 people or 59 people on their left team, 59 people on their right team, that's a guaranteed $1,200 a month on top of all the enrollment bonuses, which are these pieces over here. So when I go here, just so you guys can see, this is when people start really focusing on helping their team grow because we're in pre-launch. It can be a $1,200 a week extra, just at this bonus right here when you have new people going to platinum. And then these builder bonuses, these are where when maybe you're at the rank of platinum, you have 30 people in your team total between you and your enrollment. You're now making the difference when they come in at silver every time. And this never ends. Even if you hit diamond, even if you go beyond that, you still get access to all these builder bonuses. When you're starting new teams, you get to have, if you're at, platinum, you get the difference between your new team member and where you're at. And that's on top of the enrollment bonuses of, you're going to get the turbo when someone signs on, and then you're going to get, or the elite, whichever one they come in on, and then you're going to get the fast start. After that, you're getting the residuals, and you get to this piece right here with these builder bonuses every day. You'll start seeing like $10, $40, $60 that gets deposited because these are the builder bonuses as people are making their way up to the next rank in the company. So that just gives you a little more information on that. But I wanted to give you guys certainty on how good the comp plan is, because once you get to specific ranks, you can have, we have 6 people at Emerald. They're guaranteed $4,500 a month, whether they work or don't work, on top of their bonuses. And that's really early on. Kim Challen and I did a call last night, she helped a company go to #1 in athleisure wear, and she goes, Jen, it took us 4 years to get 17 people to 100K. We already have 12 100K earners just in our organization in 5 months, you guys, and we haven't even said welcome to North America yet. So like that's the piece I want you to know. Like this comp plan is so generous. People are going to make money as they keep sharing it. So okay, Cami, I want to go over to you.
Yeah, so my question was about follow-up and doing the closing. If a lot of times we follow up, but we're not sure what to say or the right questions to ask because somebody could be very interested, but if we're not asking the right questions or know how to get it from, oh yeah, I'm really interested to, hey, I'm ready to sign on with a membership. Do you have any advice on that?
Yeah, I think three-way chats are always very powerful. Or send us, as you're learning, like send us the messages with you, myself, Joan, Megan, like so we can see like where you're kind of where it's the conversation gets stuck. Because I would then know, okay, this is what this person needs next to guide them through the process. Because some people just get stuck and they just need another person to validate it. Hey, Jen, are you available for a three-way Zoom or can to jump on a conversation or so that we can help you close it. And then you can learn how to do it. Because I have so much certainty and posture, I'm not afraid to tell your cousin or your contact, like, dude, are you kidding? You're going to get in one of Cammie's first spots in the organization. Whereas for you, you might feel like, I don't know what that means yet. What are they talking about? So like, I think that's where it can sometimes feel like there's that lack of certainty, but let us do that for you because I don't have any problem on that piece.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. Do you have a specific example that I could walk you through? Like somebody.
No, not right off the bat. No.
Okay. Yeah. So anytime that happens, you're welcome to not even ask the person, hey, can I put you in a three-way conversation? Just be like, I'm going to introduce you to my friend Jen. And she started this company first. You don't even have to make me sound like, I mean, you can give a little edification, so I have a little power in it. She launched North America, or Joan and Megan. They launched North America early on, and I want you to meet them. They're so much fun. They help our team get to their goals, and I think you guys would love each other. Find a commonality, and then in that, then all I get to do is go in and give them, what the experience is that relates to that person.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
Cami, congrats on gold.
Oh, yes! Congratulations!
Thank you.
That's so awesome. So what is working for you so far? Because obviously you hit gold. So what are you mainly posting? Are you inviting? How you're doing it?
I am posting, but I am doing a lot of reach outs too. And I'm trying to stay consistent with the follow-ups because that sometimes is where I lack is remembering. I think keeping track too. It's a good idea to really keep track of who you've reached out to because you can forget
Yeah.
not following up. Yeah.
Do you have so I keep mine all, for me, I do paper. Do you guys do you like to do it electronically or what's a method for you that works best?
I do paper.
Okay. Yeah. Me too. Yeah, I mean, and then sometimes I'll send myself a note that's like, hey, follow up, with this person. You could, as soon as you get done, for any of you who have ADHD like me, I will send myself a note like, make sure on this day to contact this person. So
Yeah, a calendar.
yeah. And then set timers. Just give yourself, even if it's 15 minutes of follow up, like just put it in your calendar. Like today, I'm just going to do 15 minutes. It doesn't have to be, we sometimes overthink it instead of just like give ourselves 15 minutes, make it a game, set a timer on your phone and just be like, okay, I'm going to follow up and make it a game. And just, and because people are actually watching to see if we're the kind of leader that they want to be partnered with and if we'll follow up, so that, yeah. Well, Cami, congratulations.
Well, thank you, Jen. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. I see
I
Michelle.
have. Oh, go ahead.
Michelle, go ahead. And then Tina.
Okay, I have kind of a two-part question.
Yeah.
If somebody had joined and then they canceled their membership, are they taken out of the line, or if you could convince them to come back later, would they start back up where they were?
Great question. Okay, so if somebody just kind of decides that for now it's not for them, they have 6 months until they can they'll lose their spot after 6 months. But in the 6 month window, they still have what they originally had. They don't lose the points that are there. They will then reactivate. Now, what they do lose is the consistency for them to get a free trip at the end of the year. So they do lose like the tracker on that they get their free trip, but they don't lose the points that they paid for. So when we pay 488, 588.97, 488 goes into the pot. And now if they somehow went inactive or couldn't pay that month or whatever, it's still there that they have to reactivate. So I lovingly, like, I had a couple girls go to some drops or something, and at first I was like, where are they going? And instead, I just lovingly kept keeping them in the loop. And I wasn't overly obnoxious about it. I just kept them in the loop, and then as soon as that didn't work and the people didn't have good results on the products, they're all like, okay, I want my, so if you love people through it, they'll come back. Yeah.
And then the other part of that is that whole mover advantage thing.
Yes.
So the one side of my team, is what I've been focusing on. So I'm guessing at this point, I probably need to start working on my left leg.
Yeah, if you want, you can screenshot and send. You know how it'll say like left team, right team, and then your overall enrollment. You can send a screenshot of it to if you need us to look and see where you're at and where you should be placing.
Okay. Yeah, normally I message. But so my question is, how do you kind of advertise that? Because Movers Advantage isn't necessarily money you're going to make right away. So how do you leverage the momentum that you have from being with the company from the Movers Advantage without making it sound like you're making
false claims?
Yes.
So I always say, listen, would you rather have, what I will say almost daily is, hey, I'm about to place 3 people. You're not going to get paid on them right away, but I'm going to be building part of your organization. Would you want to be, would you want to be placed now or after I place them? So you have a chance to have a head start. So I always say, like, you're going to have a chance to have a head start. You'll unlock this in part of the compensation plan, but it's like you're getting part of your team built for you. If you choose, to partner with us, you'll want the people. So I just make it sound really like, listen, you're missing out on 3 people placing. Hey, now you're going to miss out on another 2 people placing. Did you want to lock in your spot or get your questions answered? And that way, then once they come in, you now know they need to get to platinum before that unlocks. But the great thing is like, as soon as they get to platinum, it will unlock half the work. They have to do half the work. So when I was first getting going, I like stacked 60 people straight down, and like then all the people at the beginning got to benefit from all of this work. And now I had to go to the other side, and then I'll go back. Like, it'll flip flop.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So it does matter because, frankly, if they're going to want to make an income, they'll eventually want to know that you're going to be building with them. So, like, listen, I'm going to be building with you. And as soon as you get to that part, you'll have part of your team with people in it. I can't promise you what they're going to do. I always say that. I cannot promise you what they're going to do, but I can tell you that it will make you not have to work as hard. Okay. Let's see. 99. What about the ones that only want to come in as customers and then decide later? Okay, so Robin, this is a great question. People who want to come in later, this is what happens. And I always say this, I'm like, if you think at all that you're going to want to get a spot in my organization because I'm building, like, you want to do the $99 now, I don't make any money on that. I say I don't make money on it. The company, it gets you locked in as a position for a year, and then you have a year to decide if you want the overflow or not. That way, then you have a year to decide if you want the overflow or not, but you have a position locked in, and now you get to make that decision. So then every time you have new people falling in that side, you can call them back and say, oh my gosh, Debbie, did you know that like 5 more people are underneath you? And did you know that now there's 30 more people underneath you? And that way, then they're like, what? If you just do this much work, you'll be able to make an income. Yeah.
Jen, I have a question, and I don't know if this is what she meant, but let's pretend that Jen signs up today. She's just interested in the membership. That's it. So a couple of my questions just to confirm. She can come in, it's like without the $99, it's like $233, and now she can take advantage of the membership. Is that yes or no? Okay. Because I
Yes.
this is okay. So then my next question, because it's like three parts. Um, so whether they're a customer or an ambassador coming in as an Elite or Turbo, we still get the 6 points. Yes? No?
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
good. So now my next question is, so Jen comes in and, she just wants a membership. That's all she wants. But let's say 3 months from now, she's all excited telling her sister-in-law and her cousin and her work coworker how much money she's saving on this travel membership. At that point, if she chooses, I know it because I'm hearing different things on training. She could pay the $99 ambassador fee, and that would bump her up to where she could sponsor these people and get, say, hit silver, and get her membership auto financed. Is that correct?
No, because she'd have to make that decision. She doesn't get to benefit. It's almost like a customer pool. So it's like,
Okay.
yeah, they're not in the tree. So any customer that's like an
Okay.
elite customer or elite turbo customer, we have plenty of those. They're not actually in your tree. You're seeing them in your enrollment points, but you're not seeing them on their left team, right team. They're just in a customer pod, and you're seeing them in your enrollment team.
Right. No, I get that. So
Yeah.
we don't have to place them or anything. We're still getting all the points. They would still
But
count
they missed
towards.
out on all of that. So they could have like instead of like say that I came in today and then you placed Tina and Cami and Cheryl and Nancy and everyone, and if I was only a customer, I would not get any of those people based on like
Right. Correct. I know that. But I guess my question is two questions because I'm getting asked a lot. So if 3 people signed up today as a turbo customer only, I'm still going to get 18 points for that. And that's going to help towards my silver, gold, or whatever, correct?
100. Yep.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
I just want to make sure. Yeah, thank you. And so I just want to confirm to make sure I understood this right. If they don't come in as an ambassador, like we can upgrade, say I came in at Elite and I upgraded to Turbo, and people can do that. But if they come in as a customer only, they cannot upgrade to a business partner ever.
Oh no, they can. 100%.
Okay,
They can.
that was
Yeah.
that was my question. So
Yeah.
they can. Okay.
Yeah. The only thing they miss on is placements. Yeah, but they absolutely they
Okay.
can sell anytime they want. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. That's just what I was wanting to confirm. Appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Absolutely. Yeah, of course. Tina, go ahead.
Okay, this is on the initial reach out. I've had like a whole lot of new followers, and a lot of them have a big following and are already doing something online. So what I've been doing is I've been asking them, have you heard what's about to launch in North America? And I don't know if I'm missing something because I'm getting so many, I'm not interested. I'm not interested. No, thank you. And I'm like, they're not even taking a look because after that, when they say, no, I haven't heard, or what is it? I say, it's a digital asset centered around travel where you can save 40 to 80% off and also earn if you choose. So is there a better way or what is some wording? Because I've I'm not going to get discouraged anymore about those no's or not interested. It's another avenue of income, and I don't know what else to say.
I would say, if I'm going to send you a quick 2-minute video to see if you like the concept.
Oh, okay.
We are bringing the number one travel company from Europe to North America.
Okay.
And then, and just say after you watch, so you're now directing them. After you watch the 2-minute video, I'm going to follow up with you.
Okay.
So now you're not even giving them a chance to really be like, no, thank you. You're just trying to say, I want to see almost like a litmus test. Like, I just want to see what you like or don't like about the video. So
I'm coming,
now
baby.
it's
Good boy.
you're just continuing the conversation, bringing them through it of like, did you like the concept? You know what I mean? And that
Okay.
way, because those of us that are here, we love a digital asset in the travel space. To us, it completely makes sense. But somebody who's like on the outside, they feel like they're being sold something. So if we ask them more
Right.
the question of like, I just want your perspective if you like this concept, give them that quick 2-minute teaser video. Or Michael Stoller did a good 5-minute one. So if it's a guy, I usually send his 5-minute one. It's in the sneak preview page. If it's, anyone else, I send like the 2-minute. And then I say, listen,
Okay.
it's just a quick, so that, and if you like it, I can show you If you like the concept, I can show you how you can make income or write off your travel on your taxes.
Okay. Make income or write off on your travel. Or write off on your taxes. Write off on taxes. Okay. That gives me more. That gives me more. Thank you.
Yeah, you're so welcome. Laura, there's it's in the Travel Society ambassadors page or a sneak preview page. Have you seen that? It has just a 2-minute teaser. It's also on like MWR Life YouTube channel, the 2-minute teaser as well.
Hey Jen, a quick question.
Yes.
Tony, we were those of us who got to be on with Tony last week when no guests showed up, and he was giving us some training. He mentioned that if you go to mwrlife.online and then do / your whatever your web page is, it will take you automatically to that 2-minute video. Is that correct?
It will take you automatically to here. It'll take you to this video right here. This overview. So if you go to mwrlife.online / this is presentation, but it comes up our video. I don't think it comes up yours. Let's try it. Okay, what's your
It's Let's Travel with Lisa Dockery. I think
here.
is what it is.
I'm gonna do mine.
Yes, do yours. Yes, yeah, that's probably easier.
Let's find out. Da-na-na-na. Just kidding. We're gonna find out. So I know that the 2-minute though has been great as far as teasers. Yeah, so it just comes up here. The good thing is, yeah, so then you're just gonna click the flag. The 2-minute video doesn't look like it's embedded yet. And here, this is the online presentation from corporate. This is the one I use every Wednesday night. Yeah, it comes here to the overview. But this one's 21 minutes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, but the 2-minute one we have is on our YouTube channel. If not, just private message me and I will make sure that your team has it. Actually, Heather's probably sitting on here being like, don't private message her because Heather's managing half of my social media and it's always crazy. So I'm going to say, Heather, does Joan have a thing that I can send it to? So I can put, do you guys have a team chat? Like a chat?
Yeah, so you can send it in the High Flyers chat.
Okay, I'm not in that one. So what I could do is, why don't I send
But
it to
just send
you
it to me.
and then you'll put it in there.
Send it to me and I'll put it in there.
Okay, cool. Okay, thank you. I just want to make it easy so you guys are not looking around the internet and you actually get it. Okay, yes, go ahead.
Okay, so to circle back to these people, because like one lady, she's doing digital marketing already, but she was just like closed off, and I was anyway. But so is there a way to circle back to them?
So
Yeah.
Tina, so now she's closed off, and you can send me your conversation, and that's fine. Because sometimes some people are not, but if you're like, I really like her, she would love this, she's in digital marketing, you could just go and I would heart her last 3 posts. I would comment on her stuff. Make it about her and what she's doing. Like, that's amazing. Kind of get to know her better so that you're making it about what she's like. Start kind of making as if she's a friend. Like, you would want her in your business and why this could work for her. And say, the reason I'm not giving up on you, Susie, is because I'm seeing you kill it. And, and I want to, and I'm working with the top earner that's launching North America. So like, you guys can always use my paycheck. I'm always down to print you my paycheck, whatever, so that you can use that and be like, this chick, if this girl can make this, you certainly can make this. Like, use that as the leverage, because but build the relationship. Go back to the people if maybe you've said some, like here, just go back and, oh, good. Okay, Michelle says that the Made for More video is in boards. Okay. Yeah, but I would circle back by liking and engaging on their content, just kind of making it about them, and then say the reason I'm not giving up on you, Sarah, is because I'm impressed with X. You love digital offers. You're leading the way with digital, and this would be an easy marriage. I have to get you at least in a quick conversation with somebody who's making, $10,000 a week or whatever in pre-launch. And if you say no, that's okay. but I don't want you to say no when you don't know what you're saying no to.
Right.
I use that line often with top leaders of like, I'm totally cool, Michelle, if this isn't for you, but I would literally be heartbroken to myself like if I didn't think I at least took you through the process and gave you a fair shot of understanding what we're launching, and then you say no. That's totally fine. But Michelle, you might be really sad if all of a sudden everyone in your circle is doing it and you don't get to be first like that. You don't make a decision first, but once you know what it is and then you're like, nope, that doesn't fit my alignment, no problem.
Okay. That's good. Mm. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, I love it, Tina. You're gonna do great. So you know what's great is that you're not giving up and that you're focused on what can I do to make this work, right? Because so often it's little tweaks to just be like, okay, this is what, and then try it, and then send me the copy of your message and I can help you, you know?
Okay.
Yeah. It's true right now, especially. Like it's like taking the posture back of like, hey, it may not be for you. We just had, we're taking 2,000 people to Dallas, whatever, and people be like, wait, what's happening in Dallas? Then when we're doing fun things, you just send them all pictures. Bring your top 10 prospects with you in like a to Dallas that you have them like ready that you're gonna just keep updated. Hey, is it okay if I update you on all the launches? Hey, villas are getting launched in the next week. I just want to keep you in the loop because we have some new things happening. That way, then you're just keeping people in the loop. Yeah. Okay. Any other questions? I have time for one more question. If anyone hasn't told you lately, you guys are amazing. We're all super grateful that you're here. And you're not here on accident. You wouldn't be sitting in these chairs today if there wasn't a bigger calling in your life for where you want to go. So I want you to start really thinking about like I will go those places with, insert if it's your kids, your grandkids, your best friend. Like okay, let's just ask that. If you guys could go anywhere this year and you were like this is the trip of like why I signed up, where would that be? Or is it the income? Like if this is like okay, I signed up, I want to make 100 grand. Like whatever that is. And nothing's wrong. Okay, I love it. We got Greece, Italy, Hawaiian cruise. Okay, fun. Italy. Um, so Jeanette, I would not be the normal DMO girl. So here's the thing. I am insane right now because I know what we have our hands on. So I would see if there's an hour where I love it, Laura. Oh, the NYC. Oh my gosh, fun. Y'all would have fun locations. Okay, so I want you to take a picture of those locations today and put it on your phone. Like take a screenshot, unless you already have a cover that you love on your phone. But like put the word Hawaii, put the word Greece, put the word Italy, put it on somewhere you can see it if it's a sticky note. So you're like going towards that so that you know when you're going to do your DMOs or whatever that you're like, that's where I'm going to take my people. Within the next 12 months, we're going there. And then you get to see that and be like, because the question becomes, why not me? Like, why not you? Why not be the person? And all you have to keep doing yourself is say, I just have to do the actions long enough to be her, right? Like, do I think I'm qualified to fill an entire stadium of 20,000 people right this moment? Not yet, but I believe I'm on my way. And so I have a picture of the American Airlines Arena across from me so I can look at it. And every day I decide to not make a phone call. I ask myself, is 20,000 butts going to fill it without me making any phone calls today? The answer is no. So I'm like, then I better go at least do some messages today. And so every day that you ask yourself, who do I got to be to get myself to Italy? Who do I got to be myself to get to Hawaii? Who do I got to be today to get there? You'll answer a different question because your brain's just answering the like, oh, okay, we got to do. But once you start dreaming of I'm taking, in fact, when you put your picture, who said they're putting their They're Italy. Okay, so Cami, like if you put the picture that you're going to go of Italy, who's coming with you? And then put the pictures of the faces of the people who are coming with you. And then all you know in your soul every day when you're doing the thing is like, I'm bringing these people. They're coming with me to Italy. We are going to go. In what month are you going to go? And then you work it backwards so that you can say, like, okay, we're going to. Like, yeah, it just gives you that. I need to take my 84-year-old dad back to his homeland in Italy. I love that. Oh my gosh. We're cheering for you. So you better put a date to that so we can all be like, get it. Okay, that's amazing. That is amazing. Um, so my daily method, you guys, is I always minimum, because I'm on a lot of training Zooms and stuff. So I always remind myself the business doesn't move forward unless Jen Perga moves forward in phase one. So even if I get a team, even though I have a massive team and I'm doing like trainings or whatever, I always make sure that I reach back out to at least 5 to 10 people a day. When I was starting to launch the company 7 months ago, I probably reached out to 50 to 100 people a day that were and I wasn't doing it random. Like I was actually like, who are my top 50 people that I actually think would be amazing in this business with us? And maybe if you don't have 50, you have 10. Who are the 10 that right now, if you could have them sitting with you in Dallas, that you would be like, listen, I'm about to go to Dallas. We are launching this company. I need you to take a look at it before I go there in 25 days. Like, if you say no, that's fine. Hold the posture on that. If you say no, that's fine, but I need you to know what you're saying no to, because we are launching travel digital residual income #1 from Europe coming to North America. And if you're saying no, you just don't know what it is yet. And then if you don't like it, that's fine. And then Debbie, I do not work on Sundays. So my daily method of operation, for my family, I don't work on Sundays. It's just my family day. I choose not to. I find that if I have chunks of time to work, I'm more intentional than if I am like all day long thinking I have to call all these people. So like, have you guys ever done that where you're like, we're going to call 100 people, and then all you think of is the 100 people instead of just like, I'm going to give this 15 minutes. I'm going to give it my best 15 minutes of invitations and follow-ups, and then I'm going to go live my life. And then you're going to come back. So set it in your calendar. I'm doing my 15 to whatever invitations follows up, and then you're going to keep going and love your life. Because the more fun you have in your life, the more you're going to have more fun when you prospect, right? You're just going to enjoy the process. Like, hey, you get to come with me to hang out with these amazing people in Dallas, you know? So, did that help? Yeah, and set a timer. It's actually way more fun if you just set a timer. Be like, wait, how many people can I connect with and follow up with? And yeah. All right, you guys. Well, thank you guys for #1, your time. Thank you for your leadership. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of this launch team. I have no doubt that one of y'all on here, if not more than 5, will be 6, 7-figure earners in this company. Like there is nothing like being positioned right now. And I promise you, even if you have not been a top earner before, even if you've only ever made $1,000 a month before, because no one has heard of this, you get the chance to be the one who shares with it with 5, people that they then take it and run with it. Your only job is to offer the cup of coffee, and it's like the waitress at the restaurant who's offering the coffee, and people are like, I hate coffee, but they sit there so long and it's snowing outside, they'll eventually be like, I'd love some hot coffee to hold on to. So just remember that. So we're all doing this together. I cannot wait to see you guys in Dallas. And thank you so much. All right, Robin, Cami, Utina, so good to all see you guys today. Have an amazing, amazing day. I'm going to go interview our Bulgarian upline. He is the #1 in the entire world in travel, though. So I need you to understand that. There isn't another company that has a top earner like Ilian, who is making almost $400,000 a month in MWR Life. Ilian not only said yes to launching when it was an idea, it was a white label travel. And then Yoni and Ilian decided to take it and own our platform. So we are proprietary to us. There's no competition in this space. And he was the one in France who started the movement, and all the team was over in Europe, and that came from Ilian. He's now making almost $400,000 a month with the company, just hit Royal, and he's just getting started, you guys. And so, but that's even in network marketing as a whole, he's the top earner in travel. So we have him here, and it's a huge privilege. Anyway, all right, you guys, have an amazing day. Bye. God bless.